Hey guys, Joe from Gunner's Den here. I wanted to talk to you today about something that I saw at SHOT Show that I thought was really cool and pretty innovative. Most of you that are familiar with the AR platform are familiar with drop-in triggers. Timney and a few other companies have been doing them for a while now, but to the best of my knowledge, nobody has done a drop-in trigger system for the 1911 until now. Nighthawk Customs has finally done it. They've come out with a drop-in trigger system that gives you a 3 3/4 to 4 pound match pull on a trigger with about 10 minutes worth of work for roughly right around $300. Saw this on Friday, the last day we were out at SHOT Show, and decided I wanted to try one out. So as soon as we got back to where we were staying, I got on the interwebs and ordered myself one, and it came in the mail a few days later. And so now I'm going to get on the bench here, and we're going to go ahead and do the installation. To do the installation, I wanted to put it in a pistol that hadn't been buggered up or played with, or wasn't a super expensive pistol. Wanted to see what it would do on one of your lower end 1911s, how it would change the feel. So what I've got here is a box stock, factory stock Rock Island Armory 1911A1 in 38 Super. This is my workhorse. So this is what we're going to install that trigger in, and we're going to check. We're going to go to the bench, we're going to do a couple pulls on this to see what the factory trigger does, and then we're going to go ahead and install the Nighthawk Customs trigger system in it and do a couple pulls and see what it does with. So let's go to the bench. Alright, so here we've got the 1911, the Rock Island on the bench, and we're going to take a couple pulls just to establish a baseline, see what the factory trigger pull is. Alright, so I got two pulls. First one was at 4.5, the second one is at 4 3/4. So right now that's actually a really good trigger for a factory gun. So we'll go ahead and do the installation of the Nighthawk Custom system and see what it pulls at. Alright, so you can see here I've already stripped the upper off just to save a little time. Well, first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and remove the thumb safety. And you want to be careful when removing the thumb safety because the plunger likes to launch itself out. Okay, we'll go ahead and take it out. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to lower the hammer. And we're going to go ahead and remove our mainspring assembly. Alright, mainspring housing's out, grip safety's out. Then we're going to take out the leaf spring. And we'll lay it up here. And we're going to remove the hammer pin. And remove the hammer and the hammer strut, that'll go up here. Then we'll remove the sear pin. And out comes the sear and the disconnect. All right. These are the parts that will be coming out of your pistol when you do this installation. All right. Those are basically your takeoffs. The Nighthawk Customs kit comes with its drop-in trigger installation instructions. Go ahead and set those to the side. And then it comes with your one-piece trigger assembly. It's got your disconnector, your sear, your trigger or your hammer and your hammer strut all contained in one assembly, and then it has a new leaf spring that replaces your standard leaf spring. And notice that it's got two leaves cut off of it, and the reason for that is that the only thing that this leaf spring does is actually actuate your grip safety. Alright, so it doesn't do anything other than that. Installation is really simple. Take this assembly, slide it right back up. Put your disconnector back up into the disconnector hole, and then insert the sear pin. Then take your hammer pin, insert it, Then install your leaf spring. And your mainspring housing. Go ahead and install your grip safety and put the pin in the mainspring housing. Install the plunger assembly. And then install your thumb safety. Now notice my thumb safety is a little bit tight. You may have to do a little adjustment. This one probably needs a slight adjustment. But if you can install a thumb safety and fit and install a thumb safety, then you can install this. All right, because that's the only thing that you may have to adjust on your factory pistol to get it to work correctly. All right, we'll go ahead and reassemble the pistol and do a couple pulls. All right, so as you can see, we've got it reassembled. We got it back on the vise on our fixture here for pulling the trigger, and we're going to go ahead and take a couple trigger pulls with the Nighthawk Customs trigger system and see how it pulls out compared to the factory. That's right at 4 pounds. And that's just a shade over 4 pounds. Now, Nighthawk Customs calls for a 100 round break-in period. I'm guessing that after we get past that 100 rounds, this will probably be closer to the 4 pound range. They also say that the actual weight of your pull is also going to be dictated by the size of mainspring that's in there. So that'll have some effect on it as well. But it should be between 3 3/4, 4 pounds match grade pull. We'll go ahead and pull it off here. And you know, it's all fine and dandy for it to pull great with the gauge, but what really counts is, you know, what it feels like in the hand. So we'll go ahead and run this trigger. Very crisp. It's a crisp feeling trigger. And a really short reset. That's really nice, considering that this is just a factory trigger as well with no over travel adjustment. And the safety works. All right, so there you have it. 10 minutes worth of work, $300. It's not a bad upgrade, especially if you're not a gunsmith. There are other trigger systems you can buy, but they come like this. They're preset, pre-stoned from Cylinder and Slide, and a couple other companies make them. But like I said, they come in pieces, and you have to insert the pieces and fit the pieces. Whereas with the Nighthawk Customs, it's just a one-piece drop-in. It's really simple. Pretty much anybody with minimal skills can install this system. All right. If you don't feel comfortable, you know, if you're not comfortable doing the thumb safety or doing a thumb safety installation and making that adjustment, then obviously take it to your gunsmith for the installation. But if you can handle doing a thumb safety or fitting a safety to this gun, then you can easily install this trigger. All right, I'm here at Sportsman's Lodge in Jacksonville, North Carolina to try out the Nighthawk trigger system. So we'll see what it'll do in the target here. All right, so that's 9 shots all in the vitals. The Nighthawk trigger makes a good gun, a really good gun. You know, trigger's not going to make the gun any more accurate, but it'll definitely make it more shootable. So I'd say it's definitely worth the $300. All right, folks, there you have it. 10 minutes worth of work, 3 3/4, 4-pound match grade trigger pull for $300. If you like what you saw here, check them out at nighthawkcustoms.com. They've got a whole line of drop-in parts for the 1911 platform. If you like what you saw here, check us out at gunnersden.com. If you like the videos, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, share your video with a friend, and if you don't like it, pretty sure that YouTube's got a button for that too. Till next time, I'm still Joe, and I'll see y'all later.